Okay, what's going on? It's a mess. It's not really a mess, but sort of a mess. Okay. You guys love the PACKOUT mods, so do I. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, okay? Can you see what it is? Does any of this, I'm gonna be careful with my choice of words, but these are very fast nails, right? And these very fast nails go in a PewPew, a very fast nail gun, okay? And I'm not avid enough to have Demolition Ranch style channel, but I do have a small obsession, obviously, with PACKOUTs. Small, right? We're in the PACKOUT garage, by the way. And I love PACKOUTs, and all of my ammunition for my nail guns, so the nails, are already in PACKOUTs. I have one metal ammo can, and then I have the PACKOUT ammo can that is just full of all my range stuff. And what I end up doing is, if I'm taking 223 to the range, I grab the big one, but I really want it somewhere different, because most of the 223 that I get is in the big buckets. And I don't shoot that much, but I'm not gonna dump a bunch out to go. And as you can imagine, those nails, right, are, you don't want to just have them like that. I mean, you're gonna throw it out of the nail gun really fast, but I've already got a bunch of it in the ammo can. I'm like, I might as well put it in a PACKOUT. And I have to admit, you guys know that I've gone through a lot of life changes, and when you go through that, sometimes things go on the back burner. So I've had one of these bins designed for a while, and when I finally got around to having a multicolor and everything sort of changed in my life, I decided to finish the designs. Now, I have a couple more that I'm working on, but this is a very done design that fits very well, and I'm going to pull the camera over. Right now, I'm going to go over sort of what it's working for. We're going to go over some challenges. I would love to hear your guys' input below, so anything that you hear me say, if you think I'm crazy about, or if you have a better way of doing it, shoot me a message, drop a comment. So what I have right now are low profile bins, okay? What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I am gonna go ahead and move this camera over in a second so that we can sort of see, whoop, drop down, okay? But what I've got going on here is a couple different designs that I'm going to do. So right now I've got 9, 40, and 22 gauge nails, and they're in square and rectangle bins. Okay. Sorry about the rain. I can also do a gigantic square that would be that big. I could even do a rectangle the size of the whole PACKOUT. If you guys think one of those would be beneficial, let me know. This is already heavy. This is a lot heavier. And I can imagine a square and a rectangle would be crazy. The challenge is things that are bigger than the bins. Now, if you've seen the double-decker bins that we did, they would definitely work for something like this 5.7 round, okay? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to switch over to this camera. That way you guys can get a different perspective. And we're going to talk. All right, so as I was saying, with the 5.7, you can see here, it is barely going to fit. And I've tested it. I've tested it on these when I did that. I 3D printed a little bigger. And it hits the lid, unfortunately. When this lid closes, it hits. Now, what I did want to show you with this camera like this is you can see that all of the nails can move freely. They're not hit by the lid. Now, they can fall forward, but they fall right back into their spots. The design is so that the height above the end of the round and where the lid closes allows it to move freely, but not pull out and fall off to the side. Does that make sense? So here's your round, it comes out, it can go out about that much, hits the lid, you're good. Show you on a bigger one, comes out just a little bit. But you can see they're loose fit in there, These ones actually just bottom out to the bottom. This is the 40, this is the 9 mil. Now, because PACKOUT bins have a chamfer, if you put anything in the outside holes, they do stand a little proud. I sort of like the way that looks, okay? But this is where we get onto the question game, right? So say we have a bin like this, and we want to put something like this in it. So we could just lay these down. That doesn't make sense. What I was thinking, I have two options. For stuff like this, I could do a double decker. That would mean you would put one of these and then the double decker underneath it, and you could do longer ammunition, nails, right? But when you get into this, which is a 30-30, or this, which is 223 or 556, this is not going to fit. So we could do a bin and waste some space, have some space above it for like glasses or whatever. Now the thing is that it doesn't matter if we do this, the round is still not going to be able to come out. So even if we put it all the way at the bottom and leave a gap right here, you'd be good to go, okay? Same thing for this, that round. Or do we just go ahead and put it all the way at the top and then just have a gap on the bottom? Now, I don't know, I could cut a slit, I guess, in the bottom of the bin, and we could make a stash space. So I could do a couple things, but as you can see in this example, apologize, I'm going to put some of these 12 gauges in. You could easily have a bin like this, fully loaded, right? Probably get another one in there. And you're going to get 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh gosh, 49 I think that is, if I'm at all okay with math. Rounds in there, and if it's only 3, then 21. And this box here holds, I don't know, it would probably be really big on it somewhere, and you guys are going to see it, and I'm going to definitely miss it. But I'm betting there's more than 21 in here. And really, the whole reason that I did this was to get rid of these, or these, or these. And instead of putting this in a range bag or putting this inside the ammo can, I was like, why not just carry one of these? And if I have enough of each type, I could have a low profile of 22, a low profile of 40, and so on and so forth. So, welcome back. What I am letting you guys know is these are already available on shop.jakeofall.com, okay? If they're not, I apologize because, I'm crazy with all the stuff that I'm working on. I've got the framework in place on the Shopify site. I'm just trying to figure out how to do the color combinations. I don't have a standard color combination, but in my mind, I want to be able to look at these quickly and come up with something different. Like I said, I worked on, where was it? This one a year ago, and this is the second version that fit great. The first version had a little bit of problem with these falling down in it. And I'm just going to be honest, I started to see somebody come out with a competing design, and obviously you guys know I love competition. I work with as many of the creators that work on PACKOUT mods and other mods as I can, and I was like, you know what, I better, for lack of better terms, poop or get off the pot. So I finished that, and as soon as I finished this one, I was like 22, 9, not a problem. I'm going to work on other ones. I think 380 can fit in a 9mm. I got to test it all out. I don't really like 380 or 38 special or any of that stuff. I don't have one of those nail guns. So what I need you to do, comment below which ones you want to see, especially for hand PewPews that would go in this low profile, okay, other than what I have. The website should be working. Right now, we're going to have black available, okay, and that might be all that's available, but what I want to do is give you an option so that we can have a contrast. And since we print black, red, orange, yellow, I think we have blue and green, then those are the secondary colors that we're going to have available. So it's going to basically be black with green, black with red. This is black with yellow. Obviously, you can imagine what orange and all the other colors are. So I think having a color for each one is a great way to differentiate it, and I might just standardize on it and then give people a chance. So basically this would be 22 rectangle, and if it was in a square, it would be 22 in a square, and they're all going to be green. 9 all going to be yellow, 40 all be red. So I want to know what your opinion is below, but of course, a lot of people might not like my color choices, so they could just order it in black. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that. This has been a long-going project, and I'm glad to see it at this point, because now I can get this unsorted ammo can into a pack out, and I already keep, if you guys saw the one video, if you don't remember it, I'll show you my Kaizen foam ammo can with lift-out layers, so that all of my PewPews are nice and secured. I won't show it with the PewPews because, you know, we want to keep the channel in good status. But I would really love to know your guys' opinion on this, because this has been a labor of love. That I finally got a bunch of it past the goal line. And yeah, any input on this would be super great. Otherwise, that's all I got for you on this Friday. I hope you like it. I hope you're enjoying the fact that we're back out in the garage. I am too, minus the heat. But if you have any other questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you could, smash that bell and subscribe, and tell your friends, especially if they're nail gun enthusiasts. Love it if you'd share this video. As many ways as you guys could share this video, the better. So other than that, I got to get back to other things. So you guys have a great one, and I'm going to pack out.